Hi everyone. Here is the second lesson for indices. We have 10 problems I want us to discuss. Different cases. Indices is one of the topics that you can find different styles of preparing questions. So you have to be fully ready with the concept of the laws. Here, this base 2 has two powers, one inside, another outside. This is the one we discussed in lesson 1 as the power law, the exponent law. So when this one happens, you take the base. This base is affected by 3. It is also affected by 2. But one power is inside, another is outside. So what happens? We multiply those powers. So we say 3 times 2. So 3 times 2 is 6. So this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2, 32. 32 times 2 is 64. So 2 to the power 6 is 64. Let us take a look here. Every power apart from the bracket affects only the immediate base on the left. Now we have p squared y cubed z. You can see this power 2 is between p and y. But every power affects only the base on its left. For this power 2, what is on the left of power 2 is p. So this 2 is for p. This 3 is for y. This z is 1. Okay. So this 2, the only power it has inside is 1. This x has 2 inside. This y has 1 here. But 2x and y, they also have power 3 affecting them. So by the look of things, these 2, apart from this one, it has this 3 only affecting it. So 2 to the power 3. This x has this 2 affecting it. And this 3 is also affecting everything in the bracket. So x has this 2 times this 3. Whereas y, apart from this one, it has only this 3 outside. So 2 to the power 3, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. X 2 times 3 is 6. Y to the power 3. This 2 is affecting everything inside. This 2 is affecting minus 3. This 2 is affecting x. This 2 is affecting y. So if this 2 affects minus 3, so we say minus 3 squared. If you write it this way, it is wrong because the minus is also in the bracket. So the 2 is not only affecting 3xy, it also affects the minus. So the minus has to be included. So this 2 affects x. It also affects y. So minus 3 squared. Now let us see something here. Minus 3 squared minus 3 squared. I just told you from here that every power affects only the immediate value on its left. This 2 does not affect the minus. These 2 affect both the minus and the 3 because the minus and 3 are both inside the bracket. So here, the minus is not repeating. Only the 3 repeats. 3 times 3. Here, both the minus and the 3 repeat because each is affected by the power 2. So minus 3 times minus 3. The reason this gives you positive 9 because minus times minus is plus 9. This gives you minus 9. So you need to understand it. So minus 3 squared is 9, then x squared, y squared. Here, remember in our lesson 1, the power is negative. The first thing we do is to consider the inverse. So what is the inverse of this? It's 3 over 2xy. We no longer need the minus. Once we consider the inverse, we ignore the minus. So if this square affects 3, we get 3 squared. If this square affects 2, we have 2 squared. This square affects x, we have x squared. This square affects y, we have y squared. So 3 squared is 9. 2 squared is 4. X squared, y squared. Okay. The power is not negative, so we don't swap anything here. So what do? This power affects 2 to give us 2 squared. This power affects x to give us x squared. This power affects y, and y also has another power inside affecting it. So now y has 2 times 2. The one inside and the one outside. The one outside is for all of them, and the one inside is for just the y. This power affects 3 to give us 3 squared. This power affects x to give us what? To give us x squared. But x squared cancel x squared. So 2 squared is 4. Y raised to power 2 times 2 is 4. This is 3 squared, which is 9. I hope it is clear. The power is negative. So what do? We consider the inverse of the base. What is the inverse of minus 4? It's minus 1 over 4, because there is 1 at the denominator. So raised to power 3. So when the 3 affects minus 1, what do we get? Minus 1 to the power 3. When the 3 affects 4, what do we get? 4 to the power 3. Minus 1 to the power 3. The minus is inside the bracket, and the power 3 affects both the minus and the 1. So it's like minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. Minus times minus is plus. Plus times minus is minus. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. So the numerator gives minus 1. 4 to the power 3 means 4 times 4 times 4. 4 times 4 is what? 16. 16 times 4, 64. So here again, the power is negative. So we consider the inverse of the base. What is the inverse of this? It's 3 over 2. Now we can ignore the minus. If the square affects 3, we get 3 squared. 3 squared, which is 9. That is 3 times 3. If the square affects 2, we have 2 squared, which is 4. The power is negative. So what do? We consider the inverse of the base, which is 8. The inverse is 1 over 8. The power is, we forget about the minus. Now we move to the law we call fractional power. When the power is fractional, what do? We open the roots. Yeah. The base goes inside. The denominator is 2, which is supposed to be here, but we don't write it. The power is supposed to be 1, but we don't write power 1. So the square root of 1 is 1. Yeah, the square root of 8 will give us 2, the root of 2. Because 8 here can be written as 4 times 2. Is 4 times 2 not 8? It is 8. What is square root of this 4? Is 2. This 4 has a square root that will not give us a decimal, and that square root is 2. But this 2 cannot give us a square root that is not a decimal, so it has to remain in the bracket, in the root. Square root of 4 is 2, it goes out. Square root of 2, it will give us a decimal, so we maintain it. Okay, so what else do? The power is negative, so we consider the inverse. Yeah, so what I want you to do this too for me and tell me what you have in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to follow, like, share, and comment. See my next video.